Here's a live look at the U.S. Capitol right now. Surprise announcement today from Congressman Ken Buck. The Colorado Republican says he is leaving Congress in 10 days.
Of course, it was back in November. He said he wouldn't seek re-election, but now suddenly he's leaving early. So 9 News anchor Kyle Clark joins us now because it's great to have some turbulence finally in CD4. But there are a lot of moving parts here. This affects things nationally and certainly here in the state. Do we know really what happened or why now as far as Ken Buck?
I don't know if either of you have ever considered quitting your job, but
maybe. Never crossed
the people
my mind.
who do often quit because they hate it at work. And I think Ken Buck's been pretty clear that he doesn't like being in Congress. He thinks that it's dysfunctional. He disagrees with a lot of the Republican leadership. He was on the losing end of some votes within his caucus. He wasn't going to run for re-election in November, and now he's like, you know what? I'm going to give you 10 days notice, and I'm going to peace out of here. This is unusual. No Colorado member of the U.S. House has resigned in modern political memory. So now we head to this special election. But honestly, I'd encourage people to just kind of set that thought to the side and focus on the Republican primary to replace him. That's the race, okay? That's the race that everybody knows about, that Lauren Boebert has come across the state to run in, Jerry Sonnenberg and Deb Floor and Richard Holtorf, all these other people are in, because that's the race that will determine who takes the seat, not this special election to figure out who sits in it for a couple of months.
And that's at the end of June.
Yes, it's going to happen on the same day as the primary. So it's not even like whoever gets picked in this special election is going to be able to say, well, I'm the incumbent, I'm in Congress, because it's going to happen simultaneously with the Republican primary. And in that heavy, deep red district, whoever wins that Republican primary is almost certainly going to Congress.
So voters are going to have to really be aware, or this is going to be so confusing. But even if Ken Buck was really unhappy as a congressman, this seems like this was strategic.
Yeah, I don't think that Ken Buck does things by accident, all right? I think that if there's going to be any impact of this, there is going to be voter confusion. Because either in 2 ballots or in 1 mega ballot, they're going to have 2 races together. If you're a Republican or an unaffiliated voter in CD4 on the Eastern Plains, Douglas County, Loveland. And they're going to have to sort through which is the special election for a couple of months, and then which is the GOP primary. And here's the thing to watch. Whoever is the Republican in that special election, which will be picked by party insiders, not by voters, that person does get a little bit of a gold star right next to their name, right? You're going to see their name twice as opposed to all the other Republicans once. And I haven't talked to anybody who thinks that Lauren Boebert is going to be the pick of the party insiders. So could this hurt Boebert? Yeah, there's a chance. Does it help her? Absolutely not.
And you always wait for the fingerprint of Donald Trump as far as Republican politics presently. And he may say Lauren Boebert should be the pick, and that would have an impact even in CD4?
You know, I don't know. We're not talking about that many people, and we're talking about party insiders. These are the folks who have spent years building up the Republican Party on the Eastern Plains. There's a lot of indications that they are the folks who are least interested in Lauren Boebert packing her bags and moving over the Continental Divide. Again, they'll pick the person for the special election. GOP voters and unaffiliateds pick the candidate to advance to November.
Well, we should probably talk about this at 5 o'clock, and maybe you should touch on it during next at 6.
I wasn't going to do that, but now that you bring it up, yes, I will. I'll put it right up at the top.
Just drop it in there and see if we can give us something. It's good to see you. Thanks for dropping in, Kyle.